Sometimes I sit and try to understand what you went through that day. And every time I do, the same question rises in my mind. How in the world could you have done that for someone like me? Because I know what they did to you. They ripped flesh from your back again and again until your skin hung open and your body was soaked in blood and pain. 40 lashes tearing muscle from bone until you barely even looked like a man. They pressed a crown of thorns into your head, forcing it down until the thorns dug deep and blood began to run down your face instead. They mocked you while they beat you. They spat on you while they laughed at you. They humiliated you in front of the very people you came to save, and yet you never ran away. You never called heaven down to come rescue you with power and fire and angels from above. No, you stayed. Then they placed the cross upon your back. Rough wood meant for criminals, wood meant for men who would never come back. And they forced you to carry it through the streets while the crowd watched you bleed. Step after step, you stumbled down that road to Calvary's Hill, but it barely looked like walking because your body was breaking and your strength was fading and your will was the only thing keeping you moving still. Blood dripped from your entire body and stained the ground beneath your feet. And every drop felt like a question echoing back at me. How could you endure that kind of suffering for someone like me? And when you finally reached the top of that hill, they threw you down into that wooden cross and stretched your arms out wide enough to hold the weight of the world inside. And then the hammer rose, and the nails were driven through your hands and through your feet. And the hammer struck again and again, and your cry pierced the sky like the sound of love being broken for humanity. And yet, through the blood, through the suffocating weight of the cross, through the darkness pouring down like rain, you forgave them. You forgave the ones who mocked you. You forgave the ones who beat you. You forgave the ones who nailed your body in place, and I still struggle to understand that kind of grace because they were the reason that you were hanging there. But then I realized that they weren't the only reason you were on that cross, because my sin was there too. My lying, my pride, my selfishness, my shame. Every moment I turned away from you and lived for my own name. Every hidden failure I tried to bury inside. Every truth I ignored, every comfortable lie. All of it led to that cross. And suddenly the question changed. How could you forgive someone like me? Someone who ignored you. Someone who doubted you, someone who failed you again and again, and yet somehow you still loved me through my sin. Because love is what kept you on that cross. Love is what carried the weight of our loss. Love is what endured the nails and the shame. Love is what whispered forgiveness through your pain. And you chose the cross so that we would not have to die. And when you cried out, "It is finished," the earth itself seemed to break. The ground shook beneath that hill, the rocks split apart, the veil in the temple tore in two as heaven opened its heart. They laid your body in a tomb carved cold and silent in stone, and the world believed that the Son of God was gone. But love was not finished yet. Because 3 days later, hope rose with the morning sun. The stone rolled away, the grave lost its claim, death discovered it cannot hold the King's name, and you walked out alive, victorious over death, victorious over sin, so broken hearts like mine could finally live again. And you walked through hell so that I would never have to walk it alone. And now I wait for the day I finally see you seated on your throne, wearing that crown of glory. Because the King who suffered and the Savior who bled is the one who endured that cross for me, so that one day I could live instead.